fairy godparents! Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Nick Month 2. This time it's personal. I do 2, but then this is 4, so it's not really. But it's the 2, you know. I do I no 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 yes, this is now Goofy movie. 30 years. I'm old. So today it's retro rewind time. Haha, rewind time. Yeah, because we are talking about an episode of Fairy Godparents, or the Fairly Odd Parents. Excuse me. Or the Fairly Odd Parents, way back in the day in the 2000s. This is the one that changed the lore. This is the one that promised us we would get a big twist in the history of the Fairy Godparents, of the Fairly Odd Parents. Secret origin of Denzel Crocker. No boy did it. I've always liked this episode. This was one that just sort of, it gives an excuse for why Mr. Crocker is always going after fairy godparents. Why he believes in them and all the connections and yeah. This is it. So, in this episode, it's a full-length episode. It's a full 20-something minute long episode. Well, half hour for those who have commercials. I had ads, but there weren't that many ads. Yeah. And it is March 15th, which is a very bad day in the life of Denzel Crocker. Although he doesn't know why. He's just always angry on that day for some reason. It really doesn't make sense. Even when we get the context, it's like, well, why would he still be angry at? I don't know. Because that's when the angry moms started chasing. But, yeah. So, Timmy aims to go back in time travel, so to speak, to find out the truth. To find out why he's so angry and stop it from happening. So first he goes back 10 years when he was still in his mom's belly. And I love Cosmo. That's terrible. Why would she eat? I thought she loved Timmy. Why would she eat him? No, she's pregnant. Idiot. And they're expecting a girl, which explains all the pink hats. And that's when the Dinkelbergs move next door. Dinkelberg. But we're not far enough because he's starting his first day as a teacher. And Principal Waxelplax, I guess, has had a history with him. I'm now the principal, she says. So there's a hint there. But we're not back far enough. So we gotta go back again to the 80s. Where he is giving a scientific discovery. He's a college student. And he's dating Principal Waxelplax, now called Geraldine. And he gives out the speech that he believes that fairy godparents are real. And he wants to get them, to use them to do other things for them. But nobody believes him, not even the government official people that are there. They're like, no, he's crazy. So, Timmy says this is still not far enough, so we'll go back to the 70s, 1972 to be precise. And this is where everything goes down. This is where it gets the nitty-gritty. Well, it seems like little Denzel Crocker, he's a pretty good kid, helping people out and everything, doing a bunch of good things. And to be honest, he's a lot better with this than he's a lot better than Timmy is. We'll get to it, but yeah, another good thing. She saved someone, so they're gonna declare March 15th Denzel Crocker Day. So yeah, and then he follows Crocker home to find out the truth. Denzel Crocker has fairy godparents. But do that again, hit me. Roll through. Don't actually hit me. Oh, I will. No, don't. I will. I said don't. Okay, I will. Well. Anyway. Yeah, not only does he have fairy godparents. Ow! I that actually really fucking hurt. I meant to hit your own self in the. No, I meant to hit yourself in the first. That hurt because I had my glasses. That's what you get for coming to my channel. I said it normally. I'm going on with the skit, by the way. I said it normally. You're not supposed to hit me. Only when I do it the Denzel Crocker way. How is that? When I go, very good, parents. That's not what I. Stop it, Chippy. Lou. Stop controlling my hands to do it. Put my foot down. So not only does he have very godparents. Ha ha ha. You control yourself. Only does he have fairy godparents, but his fairy godparents are Cosmo and Wanda. Cosmo and Wanda are his fairy godparents. I'm not in control of my hands. Okay, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough. Okay. Cosmo and Wanda are his fairy godparents. So, I'm sorry, this review went all over the place. I apologize for Chippy Thulu. Eldritch gods, you can't. Sometimes you can't control them. Anyway, so he finds out not only does Crocker have fairy godparents, but Cosmo and Wanda are the fairy godparents. But they don't remember anything. Although Wanda does say that something was very familiar when they arrived. So something happened. Something must happen where he loses his fairy godparents. Turns out a whole lot of stupid is what happens. So they're at the ceremony for Denzel Crocker Day. And Crocker's about to go on. And to celebrate, Wanda decides to leave Cosmo there. This is the past Cosmo and Wanda from the 70s. And Cosmo doesn't know that he has to resist being stupid, but he's about to expose them as fairy godparents, which he wouldn't do. He knows the rules. Why would he? Timmy interferes and stops them. And stops him. He's like, I'm here to help you. You need to get out of here. And the other Cosmo turns on the microphone again. Or they're going to find out you have fairy godparents. Fairy godparents. Fairy godparents. Now, I want to point out this. Something I've always thought with this. They say he says it, everyone hears it. Boom. He loses his fairy godparents. However, I have always thought that it didn't matter if everyone there heard it. Because and I don't know why. No. I guess they do erase Crocker's memory. But anyway, by Timmy saying that Crocker has fairy godparents, wouldn't that just be exposing it out in the air? I mean, Crocker would have to deny it, but if he even agrees to this, he's like, okay, I'll get out of here. Isn't that admitting it? Doesn't matter because it's exposed anyway. 70s Jorgen with an afro shows up. Running her hands through my fro. This. I know it's R. Kelly. I know blah blah blah. I like the music. The music. Anyway, running her hands through my fro. But yeah. So that Jorgen shows up. He starts erasing everyone's memories. Cosmo erases his memory so many times, and Wanda's memory, And then Crocker's memory is erased, but not before he writes, Fairy godparents exist. And he sees Timmy disappear. And that's when I'm like, wait a minute, wouldn't he also? No, because he erased his own memory, so that's saved, I guess. Which, by the way, if they erase everyone's memories, and they no longer know about the fairy godparents, and therefore, why wouldn't he just be able to keep them again? It technically wasn't his fault, it was Timmy's fault. If anyone wants to lose his fairy godparents, it's Timmy. And if they're going to course correct by erasing everyone's memory, then what's the point of taking away the fairy godparents? I'm just saying. I guess the punishment. But again, Crocker didn't do anything. But he has the DNA sampler thing, or DNA detector, which Timmy took from AJ and brought to the past. So now Crocker has it in the future. Yeah. So tracking down, and he took a piece of Cosmo's hair. So he's tracking down the fairy godparents. Which, if he's had that the whole time, why the hell hasn't he found them by now? You know? I don't know. But yeah, and the Jorgens both say he's not allowed to come to March of 1972. He can go to any other month. So that's another thing that's from, what was it, from Doctor Who and stuff. Like, you're not allowed to be in that at that time. Well, can you go to the day before or the day after? So you can go the month before or the month after. So why can't he go to any other month, right? He can't go to March of 1972. So why doesn't he go to February 28th, or the last day, whatever it was, 28th, 29th, well, the last day of February 1972 was, and hide for 15 days, and then show up to save the day again. Or when it hits March 1st, do they just show up and boot him back? They also say he can't interfere with the election of President McGovern. McGovern was never elected president, so what happened there? Was it Jimmy Carter, right? Jimmy Carter beat McGovern, I think. I want to say. He was president in 1970, yeah. So, yeah. And then they just sort of deal with the fact that they ruined him. Because he wants to go back again and try it again, but there'd be two Timmys there. Yeah. We also see the evolution of the goes back to the path of why Dad. They may play jokes. Why isn't that Dad? And it cuts off. But how Dad has a hatred for Dinkelberg. He was flirting with Mom, and then he moved next door. Yeah. He used to date Mom. Apparently, is why he doesn't like Dinkelberg. But Dinkelberg's married now, and I don't know. But yeah. This was fun to go back and watch. I remember back in the day, it's like, oh, he had fairy godparents. That's a nice twist. I like that. It explains why he still believes that fairies exist. So, yeah. So, there you have it. So, what are your thoughts on this episode of the Console? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.